Hello everybody, this is Danny from Deep South Homestead. We're down here in our corn today. Now, we would rather leave this here for a lot longer, but checking the weather, we've got 10 more days of rain coming, and I don't know how much after that. There's some tropical systems that they're saying may be moving up in our direction. We're going to lose our corn because it's already been raining for like 2 months already, and we haven't been able to get down here, but luckily the corn has went ahead and dropped and hanging down. It's shedding water like it's supposed to. It's just that if we keep leaving this here, the wind is breaking a lot of the stalks over because the ears are so heavy. What we're doing is we're trying to go ahead and it's a little bit, it doesn't break out like it does when it's good and dry, but I'm trying to get as many shucks off of it as I can so that I have a very few shucks around it. Because what we're going to be doing is, if I can get this one off, is we're going to take this out and lay it, not pile it up in the corn crib, but lay a single layer on the floor, because that corn crib gets pretty hot during the day, and let it continue to dry. We're not going to be piling it, because if we don't, we're going to lose it. Now I'll just open it up a little bit and show you here. It's perfect. They're perfect ears. It's just that we got to get them out of this field because everything is so wet down here. And we don't want to lose our Danny corn if we don't have to. With everything wet, it doesn't break like it's supposed to and shuck out. But we're doing that. This is called slip shucking. That's getting most of the outer shucks off, just leaving a thin layer of inner shucks on the corn. Okay guys, this is what we're talking about here. The stalks, the corn so heavy, it's breaking the stalks down in the grass here. What happens when it falls on the ground in a field here, see the end of it? The rats get in here and start eating the ends of it, and they'll eat all the way up it. We've lost a bunch of them already, we found, but if we don't get this stuff up, we're going to lose it to animals. Now there's some right here. Here's one here that's done broke and fell down in here. These are all laying on the ground. And see what's going to happen here. They'll rot if we don't get them up off this ground and try to get them in some dry weather. Well, look at here. See how it's done deteriorating. It's completely rotten, and we're going to have to go ahead and give it to the pigs to get some kind of benefit out of it. Okay guys, we've picked the first couple of little short rows we got here. Trying to pull as many of the husks off as we can because they're kind of damp a little bit. We're going, like I said, we're going to spread those out, and I want to show you what we run into. They may look perfectly good like this, but when you see that little bit of dampness on the bottom of them where they're still getting just so much water in them, and you open them up, what's happening on the inside is this right here. They're starting to sprout on the inside. This will never dry. The cob is soaking wet. The seeds are starting to sprout before this is actually lost. See how wet the shucks are? Before we lose this, this is going to go to animals. So you look at the water squeezing out of it. Then they're dripping out with my hand. Before we lose this, we'll give it to animals. In the corner of the bucket, that's what we're doing with the bad ears we're finding. Now, I can't say that's a lot of bad ears for what we've been finding, because all of these are predominantly, I mean, these are beautiful ears. I mean, you look, I hate to pull all the shucks back, but you look, these are beautiful ears of corn. Here's one here that the shuck came completely off of. Just beautiful ears of corn, no worm signs, nothing like that. We just don't want to lose this to the weather. So I'm fixing to take the tractor and turn around and see if this wet ground will hold me up to bush hog these 2 rows down.
Alright, ladies and gent.
Save some for the other side.
And that is y'all's treat. Alright, Danny is putting DE in the building. We cover the floor in DE first.